Hey mathletes, in this video we're going to look at solving equations that involve distribution. So remember, when we solve an equation, we have a left-hand side and a right-hand side that we're saying are equal to each other. So whatever we do to one side, we're going to do to the other side by reversing the operations. So when we're done with this equation, we want to have x equals our answer. Now, the 3 next to the parentheses means multiply. Now, sometimes we will have to distribute, but in this case, we can just divide both sides by 3 right away. So the 3 divided by 3 gives us 1 times 2x plus 5, which is going to just be 2x plus 5. Now, since we're reversing PEMDAS, we're going to eliminate this addition before we eliminate this multiplication. So to eliminate the plus 5, we're going to subtract 5 from both sides. Also, once we don't have any other operations, we can eliminate our parentheses. We don't need them anymore. So since 5 minus 5 is 0, which is what we want, we're going to have 2x equals negative 2. Now, since we don't want 2x's, we just want 1x, we use the inverse property. So we're going to divide by 2, which is the same as multiplying by 1/2, which is the inverse. Since 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1 times x is x, this leaves us with negative 2 divided by 2, which is just negative 1. Now, in the second example over here, we have our distribution, but then we have more terms outside, which means when we distribute, we're going to have to combine like terms. So in this case, we can't just divide by the negative 2, because this could cause problems if you don't do it correctly. So again, we have left-hand side and a right-hand side. We're going to distribute negative 2 times 2x, and the negative 2 times minus 4. Negative 2 times 2x is going to be negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 4 is going to be plus 8. Then we write down what we had already before x, and that equals 10. So after we distribute, we want to combine like terms. Remember, like terms are any terms that have the same variable with the same exponent. So in this case, we have positive 4x and negative 4x. So negative 4x plus 4x gives us 0. They cancel out in this case, which leaves us with 8 equals 10. Now, the obvious statement is that 8 does not equal 10, obviously. So this is one of the cases where our variable has been eliminated and we have a false statement. So if you have a false statement with no variables, there are no solutions. So if we get a true statement like x equals negative 1, that's one solution. A false statement with no variables means there are no solutions. And if we got a true statement like 10 equals 10, that means there are infinite solutions. So sometimes we don't need to distribute, we can just divide. Anytime there are terms also outside the parentheses, you're going to need to distribute and then combine your like terms.